Good morning,
Good morning. Good
Gogglefroggers.
morning.
Good morning, Marion. How are
Morning,
you?
Angela. And how are you?
I'm good, thank you. And a huge good morning to you, Gogglefroggers. A lovely day today. It is 10 o'clock. It may be a little bit drizzly outside,
It is.
but we have a cup of tea
Mine's coming up.
coming up. We have knitting or crochet with us. And for the next hour, we are going to talk about who knows what. But we are here. I'm Angela, and this is my wonderful friend and co-host, Marion.
Good morning.
And yes, for the next hour, we're going to be talking about anything and everything. And we set this up in March last year. Last year, when we went to lockdown, because we used to see each other all the time at different knit and natters around our town and villages, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we always had such good laughs, such good chats. We used to have cups of tea, coffee, and
The odd gin.
the odd gin, yes, of course. Not on a Saturday morning, but once it got to 12 o'clock lunchtime, we might have a gin.
Yeah.
And it certainly happens on the Wednesday night, Gogglefrogs. But what we used to love was showing our work to each other. If you had a little bit of a problem or didn't quite know how to do something, you could chat to everybody about it. And when you finish something, nobody else appreciates how much work and effort has gone into that handmade, beautiful item. And so that's where Gogglefrogs came from. So we have this show now 3 times a week, and we've got our own Facebook group, Gogglefrogs Knit and Natter, and that's where we help each other. And on this as well. So if you're new, please put in the chat box where you're from, because we'd love to know. In the chat box, you can get to know everybody. And what we will also do is we will read out the chat box. And that's because people watching on replay won't be able to see the chat. So we read that out. So hello to everybody on replay. Hello to everybody watching us on YouTube. And a huge good morning, a good Saturday morning. Gogglefrogs, welcome to you watching us live. Oh, and by the way, you can see us, but we can't see you.
Yes.
So that's why we got dressed this morning.
And you don't have to.
And I am embracing lockdown. So, being my normal brown. So I am embracing my lockdown at the moment, my lockdown hair, and we're going through that again, aren't we? So yes, keep safe, keep warm, and keep knitting.
Well, my hair, talking about hair, mine lady's getting that old lady sort of, I don't know, cotton wool sort of thing. You know, it doesn't want to do anything that I want it to do. So,
Marion, it looks lovely. And Marion, for the first, I don't know, 6 years that I knew you, had very short hair. When I first knew Marion, she used to have pink, purple streaks in her hair. It was short, spiky, and colourful. And now she's growing it. So when you have your hair cut, Marion, after this lockdown, you know it's going to be the length that's wonderful, and they're going to be able to do everything with it for you.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it round about the same length. I'm going to have it pink again. Not all over, just pink and purpley stripes.
Wow.
I think.
I love colour. Even though most of the time I do plain knitting. But yeah, I do love colour on hair, really do.
Yeah.
So should we say some good morning?
I think that would be an excellent idea.
Right. Okay. Top to bottom or bottom to top?
Oh, top to bottom.
Oh, top to bottom. We're changing it up.
Yeah, why not?
So I'd like to say huge welcome to Amber. Is it 5 a.m. in New York?
Yeah.
So hopefully you've had a good week. I know you've been at work, so lovely to see you again, Amber.
Good morning, Amber.
Good morning, Anne. I was in the north until yesterday tea time. I've just come back down south, so I've been looking after El Parentes again. So hopefully it's okay up north. Good morning, Brigita. Hopefully you're well. Hopefully you and Rod are well. Good morning, Dawn. Have you been out with Maisie, walking Maisie today? So do let us know. It looks a bit drizzly out there. Hello, Deborah. Can you post any more projects that you're doing or any more bits of beautiful wool?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I'm just amazed at how many different things Deborah's got on the go at once. But
I
at least she
know.
finishes them. I mean, she does finish them. You
I
know, I
know.
get all my whips out. Oh,
Oh,
WIPS.
yeah. Work in progresses. Not the other type.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
you suddenly think, don't you?
I know. It's so funny. The one thing that you can guarantee is we never know what we're going to come out with. We never know what's going to happen. There could be technical issues, but we will be talking a little bit about wool as well and having a little bit of fun. And good morning, Fiona. Is this your first time with us, Fiona? If it is, a huge welcome. And if it's not the first time, I do apologise. But lovely to see you, and we hope to get to know you as well. And do please make friends with everybody.
Yeah, Fiona's saying it is her first time. So where are you from, Fiona? And welcome to you very much.
Yeah, huge
looking
welcome.
forward to hearing about what you're doing.
Yeah, and what you enjoy doing.
Shefford, that's Bedfordshire, isn't it?
Shefford, it is. It's local. It's local to us. We're all in, well, a lot of us are in Le Buzz-ish. I'm just outside Le Buzz, Leighton Buzzard. I call it Le Buzz.
Oh, and better tell Amber where that is. Amber, Leighton Buzzard is a small town between Birmingham and London.
Yes. Yes, so sorry. And to other people who don't quite know the UK as well as we do. And hello to Georgie. How are you? And I loved seeing the post of you with that beautiful, beautiful snow in your back garden. It was just absolutely delightful, absolutely wonderful. And good morning, Grace. Do you know what? We love having you with us, Grace. And I know you can't make it every time, but it is absolutely wonderful. And it would be great to see some of your work as well. So lovely to see you, Grace. And Jackie, not working today. So
no, the last day of her holiday. She's back to work on Monday.
Oh, so hopefully you've had a lovely week off. And Janice, good morning, Janice. And how are things in your neck of the woods? I keep seeing some lovely things from you as well, which is wonderful. And morning, Judith. How have you been doing? So let us know what you've been doing this week, because I know you work on some amazing things. So thank you. Do share. Linda, hello, Linda. Is Linda the quickest knitter in the world?
I think she'd give it a good go.
Can she do so many different projects? It's amazing, so. Isn't it?
I mean, the jumper she did for Brian was wonderful, wasn't it?
Yes.
Mind you, I think she was helped along the way a bit by Brian, because he did keep her supplied with tea, didn't he?
Yeah. Very good. That was very good. And Robert. Hello, Robert. Robert normally co-presents this show a lot of the time, but he's at work today. So Robert is fighting through all of those shoppers to make sure that Waitrose works perfectly. So thank you so much, Robert. Thanks for everything that you've done. I know that you've been doing some deliveries for us as well. So some people have got some beautiful, beautiful wool. So thank you, Robert. He's great. And we couldn't have Gogglefrogs without Robert.
No, we couldn't.
He is absolutely amazing and has a Gogglefrogs headquarters at his house. And Trisha, hello, what have you been doing? Trisha, have you been walking over those wonderful Yorkshire hills? I love seeing those pictures as well. And some of the more unusual things that share with us, especially steeking. And I'm sure we'll see that in the group. And if you don't know what steeking is, it is a knitting term.
A scary knitting term, which apparently isn't as bad as we thought. And we mustn't forget Marion, Dove's mum. She's joined us today, which is lovely.
Oh, hello. How are you? Absolutely wonderful to see you. So, yes, wonderful. Sorry, did I miss Marion out? I did.
Well, you were so excited at seeing Robert there.
No, I think what happened, it did go from Linda to Robert. I think I must have had a delay. So I'm sorry, Marion. Lovely to see you, Marion.
All right. Shall we do the hellos as well? Because there's a few comments on what we've said.
Perfect.
When I can scroll up, because I got to remember to say some things this morning. which for some of you will know, it will be a job and a half. My memory's gone to pot over lockdown. It really has. Sometimes I can't remember what day of the week it is. Tricia says good morning. We'll come back to what Tricia's done on Facebook. I've got to remember to ask her something. Brigitte, good morning. She reminds us that it's 191.
Episode 191. I can't believe that. So yes, episode 200
is around the corner.
Yeah, and also a year since we've been going. So that's quite amazing. But out of all horrible things come good things.
Yeah.
So
I think the lockdown has done two things. It's brought out the best of people and it's brought out the worst of people.
And here it's the best of people.
Yeah, exactly. Grace says good morning. Good morning. Deborah says good morning. So does Georgie. Jackie says morning all. Now, do you remember Dixon of Dock Green?
No, I know the
he
name.
used to finish off saying evening all. But I'll leave that hanging there. Amber says good morning, everybody, and it really is morning over in New York. Dawn says good morning. Fran says morning, Shefford. If I knew that before.
That's Fiona.
Fiona.
Morning, Shefford.
Bennett. Yeah, it's all right.
Early. It's early.
Fran says morning, everybody. Fiona says I got dressed and have a full face.
Honestly, don't worry. In future,
don't worry about
it. In your PJs.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Because most
I
people
never wear makeup, so I'm okay. I'm okay.
Well, most people use Zoom for these things. We don't, and I have to say, I'm the sort of person who just likes things to be as simple as possible. And after the show, this will send you a recording of the show, and if ever you miss it, you get an automatic recording sent to you. And Zoom doesn't do that. So that's why we use this. And it also means that people who want to, come and watch don't have to sit there on best behaviour. You can sit there and do what you want.
Do you know what? I can tell you the exact day that I last wore makeup.
When was that?
31st of July, 1971.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, last day I wore makeup.
Oh, wow.
Dawn says, Fiona, I managed the clothes, but not the makeup. And welcome to the page. Did I miss something in between there?
Yeah, Deborah says lockdown hair.
Yeah.
Coming up
for years since we've been to the hairdressers. I've been twice. I should have been on the 21st. Robert says, hello all. Hello, Robert. Hello. Fiona, thank you. And Amber saying, yep, it's 5 a.m. and very cold and snowy in New York.
Do you know what? Just on that, I had to, because I do look after my parents, I did have to fly down after organising things for them, because on the iPhone it said it was going to snow today, all day, 100%. So I had to get back home. No snow, but never mind.
No, they put that back now until potentially Monday.
Oh, right, okay.
Judy says, morning, everyone. Dawn says, I suppose we better explain to Amber that when Angela says she's flying down, she doesn't actually mean she's gone in a plane from Leeds down to London. She's actually driven down.
In my car, but it feels as if I'm up and down in my broomstick all the time. So
and we're not talking about the Ford Anglia in Harry Potter either.
No.
Dawn hasn't been out with Maisie, and Maisie refused to go out in the garden. So they're walking after Gogglefrogs. It's going to be miserable. Yeah, apparently Ollie put his nose out, ran back in, and is curled back on his bed after breakfast. And Fiona's saying, yes, it's her first time. Denise says, hello.
Hello.
Deborah says to me, I don't always finish projects. Fairly often I start, then frog, and give up. And Tricia says it's snowing here again. Yeah, time for some sunshine now, please. Do you know what? We had some beautiful sunshine with the snow, didn't we? What was that, Sunday? Weren't you here? Weren't you here in Leighton Buzzard on Sunday?
I don't know. Yes, I think I was.
It was beautiful. The sun was shining. The snow was nice and crisp.
I think so. Oh, it's sorry, I'm just doing something behind the scenes.
Fiona says that she's tried to find the Facebook page without much luck.
Yeah, I'm just going to post the link in for you.
Brigitte says to Fiona, welcome to the Gogglefrogs Madhouse. And Janice says, dull here today, but this afternoon I'm getting my first job. Congratulations! What are you going to be doing, Janice? Wow. Do let us know. Brigitte says, hello, Robert. And Trisha's got a thumb up. Thumb up. Thumbs up. Fiona says, thank you to Brigitte. And Robert saying, welcome. Judy says that she's working on a panel for the Loving Earth project. The panels will go to the Glasgow Climate Change Conference later this year. This one is a swan swimming among litter. Well, you asked. Can we have a picture, please, Judy? Because that sounds really quite amazing. And yeah, I'm with you on climate change. Grace, I'm supposed to be completing my first house on the 10th.
Oh, well,
on the 10th.
We keep everything crossed for you.
Yes, and let us have a moving date so we can be with you. If it's any consolation, we've lived in this house 17 years, and late last year, we finally finished unpacking. True.
Oh, I love that.
Fiona, she says she currently have a jump. I currently have a jumper for myself on the needles in Arran, and thank you to Robert. 19th of February, 19th of March, says Robert. Oh, that would be the 200th and the year.
Yeah, yes.
Fiona, can anyone guide me on how I locate the Facebook page? You're sorting that one, aren't you, Angela?
I think we've done that, yeah. I've put a link in, but she can find it as well.
Robert's told Fiona about that one as well. Linda says, good morning, all. Oh, my heavens. I've just seen how many messages are bumping up. Morning, all. I don't think that I'm the fastest knitter. Linda P. and Deborah are more prolific than me. All I say is furlough is a wonderful thing. Now then.
Oh, it
yeah.
gives you great time to invest in yourself and what you enjoy doing.
Robert's going boom, boom, boom. I think that's
bomb, bomb, bomb. I think it's the frog chorus.
Yeah, so do I. Fiona saying she couldn't find it. She'll try again. Georgie's saying to Robert, hello. Trisha's saying it's Gogglefrogs Craft and Natter now. Of course it is. We've changed our name, haven't we?
Sorry, and I totally forgot. Please let us apologise on mine and Robert's behalf, because we comment in some crafting groups that are crochet. They wouldn't let Robert go in there and talk about Gogglefrogs because it was knit and natter.
Well, it's all right. Fiona's found it now.
Sorry about that. Oh dear.
Dawn says that she has days when I make up, but by the time she's been dragged through half a dozen bushes and the mud by Maisie, I wonder why I bothered. Oh, for those of you who don't know, Maisie is Dawn's dog. Ollie is mine. Grace says she's never worn makeup. I bet you have beautifully clear skin. Brigitte says that, oh no, that's about the Facebook page, which we found. Oh, Janice says she's having a jab, not a job. So she's having her first coronavirus. Oh, did I read it out wrong?
Oh no, honestly, this is
That
just
predictive text.
Fabulous. Absolutely love it.
Right, I can skirt through that one. Dawn says that when she was in her 20s and working in a business library, I wouldn't set foot out the house without makeup, hair lacquered within an inch of his life, and my heels. Children and a dog soon put pay to all that.
I bet the hairspray was Inset. I think everyone used Inset back in the day.
You could practically felt as though you were going to snap your hair in two.
It was hilarious. Brilliant stuff.
Deborah's welcoming Fiona. Louise has just joined us. Good morning, Louise.
Morning.
Amber's welcoming Fiona. And Judy's saying that her panel is a free-form crochet and not really a picture at the moment.
Okay. We'll wait. We love seeing things, so we will wait.
Amber says congratulations on the new job. And Fiona says to Dawn, haha, thank you all for welcoming me. Now, the thing I must say, oh heavens, when I've got myself untangled, is that I was watching Channel 5 and there was a program with Susan Calman. And she's traveling up and down the UK in a camper van, which she's called Helen, after Helen Mirren. Been a lovely program, but I'm mentioning it because yesterday's went to the Cotswolds, and those of us that go on the Magnificent Seven tour will recognise places like Broadway, Chipping Campden, and I've forgotten the other place with the miniature Bourton on the Water. So that brought back some memories, and I sat there going to Richard, said, oh, there's a lovely wool shop just around the corner from there, and there was a lovely wool shop down over there. And he says, do you remember places by yarn shops? And I went, yeah. So he said, do you remember that really good one we went to in Brighton? He said, I think it was called Yak. And I went, yeah. I said, they sat you down. He said, yeah, they got me a cup of tea and they got Ollie a bowl of water. And then it was, how about that one in Vigo? I said, you mean the one up by El Corte Inglés? And he went, yeah, they sat me down whilst you all got in the corner and natter. And then he goes, the one in Oporto wasn't very well stocked, was it? He said, the girls in there were very... So we did a very, very quick tour of Europe by wool shops again, all because of Susan Calman last night.
And we were just chatting about it before we went live, and I have to say, I watched it last week, and it was around Yorkshire.
It was
and
lovely.
I have to say, I think she is one of the warmest presenter personalities that I've seen on television. She was just lovely to watch. It was an absolute delight. So really lovely.
Yeah.
Oh. So that was fabulous. So if you didn't see it, it's not about knitting, but now if you watch that program, all you're going to be doing is, all right, okay, yes, I've been to Yak. Me and Robert went to Yak in Brampton, and I've still got all of the wool out there that I bought because I haven't done anything with it. It's still in my stash, but beautiful muted colours. And it's strange, isn't it? Because when all of these places that we visit, you know, sometimes I'm horrified the fact that Middlekirk over in Belgium, their knitting shop shut down. And I used to just look at the window, you know, and go in and see what can I buy every time I went over.
3 in Bruges.
Yeah, there are 3 in Bruges. Yeah, I keep going every time I'm there just to make sure there's
in a department store.
Veritas.
One sells more tapestries, and one sort of and round the corner. I don't think I'd find that one again if I tried.
Right down by the bottom. It's on the way to Minnewater. And it's only a tiny little narrow shop, but there's windows both ways you go in.
The best one I think I've been to was in Ponta Delgada on the Azores, and it was not very wide, the shop front, about 12, 8, 9 foot, including the door. And you went on and on and on and on. It just was like an Aladdin's cave. It was amazing, absolutely amazing.
Don't you just love those?
Yeah.
When you find that little den.
Yeah. Well, I popped back out again, and I went and sat Richard in the nearest bar for that one.
Yes, that's good. Like, this is going to be a long one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you like lunch? I'll order you lunch if you want as well.
No, it was a pastel de nata, a Portuguese little tart, and a local beer. So he was happy.
Fabulous. Fabulous.
He was happy.
Well, shall we have some music?
Oh, God, yes.
Oops. Don't worry. Nobody is ever late for Gogglefrogs, and nothing is too late in Gogglefrogs. We will get it done at some point. So I don't know what we've got today, but I can tell you something that I bet we don't have. But I just want to say, it's somebody's, I heard on the radio yesterday, so I hope that they were right, but it's somebody's 70th birthday today. And so happy birthday to Phil Collins, because he's apparently 70 today.
Really?
Yes. So I'm sure we don't have that music today. Who knows? I never know what Robert has picked for our musical interlude, but it's something we have every day on Gogglefrogs, other than if we have one of our when we're selling our own wool. And on those shows which are once a month, we're not allowed to do that. So anyway, we're going to listen to today's musical interlude. So thank you ever so much, Robert.
I couldn't stop smiling. Loved it.
Gives you a really big smile on the morning, doesn't it? But is that from a film or a musical?
I think so, because Shirley MacLaine was there, wasn't she?
Yeah, and I thought this seems quite musical, part of the storyline, telling a story. But you know me, I'm not musicals person, but I am sure that you're going to know. So let us know, and I know that Robert will know. So Robert knows every musical out there. But yeah, I don't know, but it just seemed there's a lot more to it than you see. I'm sure it's key to whatever musical it's from.
Let's see if the Oracle knows. Richard, what film does Swing to Daddy with Sammy Davis come from?
Sweet Charity.
Sweet Charity.
Thank you, Robert.
Yeah, you're right.
No, never seen that. Oh, and Robert's got to go. So bye, Robert, and see you soon. That was really good.
It was lovely.
And it looks as if everybody loved that.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So we'll go through the comments about this, and then we'll go back.
Okay, well, you do those, and because I'm stuck where we were.
All right, perfect. So Jackie says it's from a musical, but can't remember the name exactly. We were in that boat, the same boat as you, Jackie. Georgie said that was brilliant. Love Sammy Davis Jr. What was that film? What film was that from? Exactly. None of us know. Robert said it's from Sweet Charity. So thank you, Robert. Brigitte says yes. And Deborah said bye, Robert. And Linda says good morning. Hello, Linda. So back to you, and we'll go through the comments from where you were.
Right, we're back on the makeup now. Brigitte says to Dawn, I usually only do eye makeup, but don't bother now most days. I do look unwell though without it. Sometimes someone once told me, how rude, you look lovely all the time, Brigitte.
Yeah, I know. It's really, don't worry.
Yeah, Dawn says that her daughter Becky has gone to Stevenage today to get her first jab. She is a frontline worker with Children's Social Services. They have done some brilliant walks supporting vulnerable families with food parcels, educational equipment, and Christmas parcels. So many heroes around. Dawn, I support them. You know, Richard's gone downstairs clapping as well. Fiona says, oh, my full face was only for you lovely lot. Otherwise, I couldn't tell you the last time I wore it.
Well, now you know. You don't have to put on your face for us. You can just relax and chuckle. Oh.
Well, I've missed Trisha now. Dawn's laughing. Trisha says, I need to go at 10:30, so let me know what you want to ask. I'll put it on the Facebook page. But I will ask on here. Brigitte says that she loves the Susan Calman programs. Fiona again saying their bottoms half in PJs and slippers. Robert, gentle reminder for music, ladies. All right. Yeah, we could get there. As Dawn says, Robert, it's my earworm at the moment, driving me mad.
Earworm?
Earworm? What's earworm?
I don't know.
What's earworm?
I'm sure it's not a real earworm. It must be a word for something.
Brigitte says, Robert, it's Gogglefrogs. Robert, anything can happen and music is late today because of the natter. I knew Brigitte would stick up for us. I knew it.
I know. We have this regimented. We start, we explain. We go into music to allow people to join. But sometimes you just, do you know what? Chit-chat just happens, doesn't it? It's like when you go to the knit and natter when we actually get back to them, and you walk in, don't you? And the first thing is really to go in, bag your seat, put your bag down, then go to the bar, order your coffee or whatever, and then go and sit back down. And then sometimes you go in, you find your seat, a seat, you put your bag down, you turn around and you realise that you've been chatting to people for 45 minutes. You still haven't got your knitting out, you haven't sat down, you haven't got your cup of tea yet either. So that's just what happens.
And you've missed the person you really went there to see because you had a problem.
I know. So it's all fun. Right. So
and then we're back on the frog chorus backing lyrics. The frog chorus has sort of become your unofficial official tune, hasn't it?
Yeah. Because we're Gogglefrogs, because of frogging, the knitting frogging, when you take your work back. And then because some of our wool has got frog terms, like we've got froggier chorus, and
you haven't got anything with tadpoles in it though.
Oh, that's an idea. Blobs. Have some blobs in something. Thank you for that. We'll do something this year. So then it sort of got to the point where we played the frog chorus once and everyone went mad. So that's now our little song.
And you did it on Radio Leeds as well?
Yeah, when we were interviewed on Radio Leeds, myself and Robert, they asked us what we wanted to play, and the presenter said, really? She's never ever played that and will never ever play it again either. She's like,
and
yeah,
I played on Radio 3 Counties, didn't I?
Ah, you did.
Yeah.
So that's all fun, isn't it? So
yeah.
So the frog chorus is now our tune. And the other thing as well, when all this thing is over and when we can do things normally again, we are going to do that exhibition that will be in our local town. And we're going to invite people to come and display their work that they've done during lockdown. So that will happen one day when we're all back to normal.
She says she loved the song. Sammy Davis got a fabulous voice. I'm not going to disagree with you. I love him.
Yeah, great.
Dawn agrees. All the Rat Pack singers, Dean Martin, what a voice, and Frank Sinatra, the whole package.
Yeah.
What a performer. Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
And Deborah says that got us all going. Everybody loves Sammy Davis, and I can't say I blame you. Such an amazing performer. He really was. He was an all-rounder. And do you know what? He couldn't have been that young when Sweet Charity came out. He must have been in his 50s, surely.
Well, he was incredible in that.
Either way, he was incredible.
Incredible.
His voice is... And he was a comedian as well. He had the most amazing sense of humour. I suppose before we get told after after by him who must be obeyed, which reminds me, when he came round and left some wool, Ian Richard had a go at me for nagging him, and the phrase nagging wife got used, and Robert said, well, at least I haven't got one of them.
That's funny. Now, I'm not too sure where we got to on the chat. I'm just conscious we haven't on Facebook either.
Brigitte says it started to snow.
I know. I just looked at that.
Yes, yes.
Outside. It hasn't started to snow here. We've still got rain here, but I'm a couple of miles further away than you. And it's strange how sometimes I can have...
I've got the odd flake.
Well, I can have snow here, and sometimes, like Buzzard, is totally fine. So we'll see what happens today. But let's go on to Am says, Dawn, that's wonderful. Linda says about earworm. Earworm, when you sing a song without intention. Deborah says, don't wear makeup at all now. Always wore it when I was teaching, and then only when I went out once retired. Don't go out now, so don't do makeup. And Dawn says an earworm is a tune that keeps going around in your head, even if you don't want it to. You might hear a snatch and you'll be singing it all day. That happens all the time, especially whatever we hear in the morning. Then suddenly, you know, midnight, you think, I've still got that tune going round. Yeah, Linda says exactly the same. It's when you get the song in your head and can't get rid of it. Brigitte says, starts to snow. Jackie says, got to go. Bye-bye, Jackie. Have a lovely weekend. And see you on Monday when she's back at work. Dawn says, Brigitte, oh, Maisie will want to go out now. She loves the snow. And do you know what? Splodgy Dodgy loves the snow as well. I took a video of Splodgy Dodgy running all over in the snow. Really loved it. Deborah says, Robert wants us to record ourselves singing the frog chorus. I will if others do as well. I'm no singer, though. Snap. I will do, as long as you can't hear my voice, as long as it's just part of everybody else's. Anne says, no snow here, not forecast either. Brigitte says, Dawn, it's not settling yet, as it's still too wet. Dawn says, Deborah, I'm up for it, so you won't be on your own. And it's too warm, 3 degrees. Yes, so as it gets later, who knows? If it continues, we may have a little bit of snow, but we can cope with this, a little bit of sleep, can't we? So what I'm going to do, I'm just refreshing the Facebook group now.
Guess who's... I'm tinking, I'm not frogging.
Are you tinking? I've
only got a couple of stitches.
I've tinked once today. Right, so let me show.
You do Facebook whilst I tink.
Let's have a look and see what Gogglefroggers have been up to.
And then I can ask my question.
So here's our Facebook group. That's it. If we haven't accepted you yet, don't worry. We will do. So here we go. Deborah, show it off Saturday. Working on hubby's Gansey hat. Need to get it finished. Oh my word. Oh, do I? Is there a little bit of cabling in that as well? Oh,
looks like it.
That looks nice, doesn't it? Beautiful colour and fabulous. Oh, I love that.
The colour's gorgeous as well, isn't it?
I know. It's just Gansey just thinks, oh, I struggle to get things finished as it is. I'd be struggling to get something done in 10, 15 years if it had Gansey in the title, because I know what I know they're so beautiful and on little needles as well, so that's why I've never tried anything, but I cannot believe how much progress you've made on that, so well done. Fabulous. And Grace, currently working on a baby blanket. Look at those colours. Do you know what? I absolutely love the effect of that orange.
I like the middle band of red.
Do you? Oh, yeah. I love all of it, but it's just lovely. Is that a self-striping variegated, or have you done the colours there? Because I absolutely love them. I always like to know if people are doing the colours themselves or if it's in a bowl. So let us know, Grace. It's beautiful. Linda, here's my latest finished object. It's called Weir. which is a Barocco pattern. I really enjoyed making this with very clear instructions. Now,
Ooh.
how often do we hear the instructions are really quite difficult to understand? They're ambiguous now, aren't they? A lot of modern patterns. Absolutely wonderful. I love that that neck, very precise, very angular. It's beautiful. So we must we must check out Barocco patterns and have a look at them, because I've never ever heard of Barocco.
Yeah, I have. Mind you, there's Barocco as well that do the orange fizzle drinks, you know, for vitamin C.
Ah, that's Barocca.
Is it?
It's got an A on the end. Barocco. So brilliant. That's how we'll remember it now, Marion.
Grace says it's self-striping. The wool is Stylecraft batik. We've
batik. That's what that's what I use a lot of as well. I love it. I love it.
Oh, did Aggie like her shawl?
Yes, she got them. Was it yesterday? Honestly, you know, when we kept thinking, oh, we'll drop stuff off. We'll drop stuff off. In the end, we've sent one box of stuff, but we've got another big box to send as well. We don't know if that will get there in one piece. So anyway, we sent it, and she loved the shawl. And she's also got a tunic which has got sequins all over, like a dress tunic thing. It was on last night and it was on first thing this morning. So I think that's her new, I'm wearing this every day and don't ever try and take it off me. So, but she loved the batik swirl. I did a little, because one ball does a huge shawl and the self-striping is just beautiful. And I did her a mini one with about half a ball. But I love batik swirl. So Grace, you're using one of my
It's very nice.
Yeah.
This is what I was going to ask a question of.
I will leave you to talk about this, because
this is a jumper that's been knitted all in one, and I've now what does Trisha say? Oh, I can't scroll down. Trisha says something top bottom. Well, this would be ambitious. Now, my question to Trisha was, surely it must be steeped under the arm and down the sides, because otherwise it becomes a sort of, you're walking around like this.
Yeah.
Mustn't it? That's what I was going to ask Trisha. Is it steeped sort of, oh, you can't see my finger. There looks to be a sort of area that you steep on either side.
Yes.
I don't know, can you point at the screen?
Is
yeah,
that,
down there, on the other side.
There.
So that was my question to Trisha. But then I thought, well, then the sleeves won't be full length, will they? Would they only be sort of 3/4 lengths, unless you're like me and got a short body and short arms?
It's rather interesting, because when I was looking at this, you can see where they've done some form of ribbing up here, ready to cut straight down the middle and turn it back. But even I think that's unbelievable.
So yeah, they'd have to cut it and then join the sleeves rather than picking up and knitting, unless that's what you do as well. You pick up and you knit a sort of little gusset. So those are my questions for Trisha.
Yeah, because you do actually sew it, don't you? And you do actually turn it back and sew. So maybe you turn it back and sew it, and then you knit those two panels together. I'm not too sure.
Neither am I.
She has, I think it's a beautiful design, like chevrons, isn't it? The blue chevrons look amazing. I bet they are so bright when you see it. And then there's actually, it's not just chevrons, is it? And there's the squares with the little dot in the middle.
There's sort of triangular design on the grey.
Yeah, so they're all different. So hopefully take a little time to look at that, honestly. And underneath, she has put in there, the jumper's called Halmstad and can be found in the latest edition online magazine, Knitty. I've never heard of Knitty, have you?
No.
No.
Yes.
So, you have?
I have.
I haven't. So learn something new every show. But steaking a jumper like that, we had an amazing, and it is. I'm sure it's somewhere on our channel, which is Robert and Angela Web TV. But if you just go into YouTube and put in Gogglefrogs, all 100 and odd episodes are there. And there is one about staking, because we'd had a wonderful presentation from Trisha telling us all about staking. So, but that just, I think it's too ambitious for me.
No. Never say no. Never say no.
Oh, yeah. Brigitte saying they would stay a Cape, Cape or Skeins, which is very true. I'd get halfway through it and think, no, I'm just going to put a bow at the front and make it into a cape or something. Just do one up the front,
Yeah.
and steak the front. Yeah. So anyway, this is from Dawn saying thank you to Robert, delivering the wonderful packets of goodies. So there is the Peruvian wool. The Gogglefrogs on the left, that's called Iceland. Yeah, lovely colours. And there are the one's fizz and one is, I can't remember the other colour, but they're the curiosity cakes, and they come with the free pattern. So the colours all blend, don't they?
I was thinking that. I thought, oh, she's going to make something with all of them together. You know what I mean.
I was just thinking that would make the most amazing blanket. And I know that Dawn does lots of blankets, so I don't know what you've got.
Attic 24 is her go-to, isn't it? Mind you, their sweet pea was lovely. I did that one.
Oh, did you? Oh,
didn't use their yarn, but I did do the design. It was really nice.
So they look wonderful. Absolutely love it. Really love them. And Wednesday, working on my hand sewn patchwork quilt. Should have been finished to celebrate a Ruby wedding 2 years ago. I love the fact that you do IOUs, because that's what I do. I started 2016, giving me plenty of time. It was a block of the month quilt. I'm on month 8. That looks beautiful, doesn't it?
It's stunning. Absolutely stunning.
I'm just going to go through these for you. Wow. Look at those colours.
Beautiful.
Yeah, stunning. Well done. And it doesn't matter when it's finished. It will be even nicer when the person gets it. Here's Marion's interview. She was on local radio, Three Counties Radio, on Jonathan Vernon Smith, and it was actually, the program was about Motability scooters and how many of them are quite bad drivers, and how anyway, I'll let you listen to it.
Yeah, it's a few spoil it for the majority again.
Yeah, but yeah, so have a listen if you'd like to. Dawn just come across this craft shop in London Loop. I've heard of them. They have some beautiful.
I wish you hadn't reminded me about it.
Not cheap, but if you're looking for something different or a special gift, could be a place to go. Camden Passage, Islington.
Yeah. The local tube station is Angel Islington, or you can get the 73 bus from Euston, and it drops you opposite, and you cross the road and you go behind what used to be Camden Antique Market, and it's just there.
Oh, is it?
What a surprise that I know exactly where it is. And there's a couple of very nice coffee shops down there as well.
Oh yeah. So when everything goes back to normal, I'll have to have a look, because there's that one and there's a couple of others in London as well that tend to, I'm not too sure about that. I think that one tends to open later and finish about 4ish, but there are some that finish about 7, so they're more into the evening, which I think is great.
I think, and Janice will be able to tell us,
yes,
there's a very nice wool shop, Stoke Newington Way, which is also on the 73 bus route, and Janice will be able to tell us if I remembered it right, because I haven't worked in London for a few years. So you can get the bus from Euston, get off at go all the way to Stoke Newington, do that wool shop, come back, get off the 73 right outside Camden Passage, go and do that one, a couple of coffee shops, then get back on, and if you fancy, go on up to Oxford Street, and if your credit card will let you.
Or do you know what I do a lot of the time? I get to Euston, I walk over the road, I have a coffee in the gardens in the Friends Meeting House, which is just over the road. And
the gardens aren't there any longer.
You're joking.
No, it's a taxi rank. It's a taxi rank.
Oh my word. I know I haven't been to London last year, but the year before I was going there. Oh, I can't believe how much they're changing things. Because that was a beautiful lavender garden. Wasn't it?
Taxi rank out the gardens directly outside Euston Station is now a taxi rank.
No, the Friends is over the road.
Oh, the Friends garden is still there, but the one outside Euston isn't. We're going to have to do the chat because we've got 5 minutes.
Oh my word! Sorry. You see, this is what happens.
We're down to
I think we did that. We did something last week, but not this one. So the crochet artist sells Bernie Sanders' doll for 20,000. Wow. That is incredible. Oh, Free Pattern Friday. We are aware and follow Shandy at Expression Fibre Arts. Every Friday she has free patterns. And there is this week. So take a look and see what the free pattern is. Deborah has got some Jamisons.
Oh, that's lovely yarn.
Destined to be my daughter's wedding shawl. Oh, do let us know what the patterns are. Jamisons, if you're not aware, they are Shetland. The Shetland Islands up in Scotland do the most incredible natural, what I term old-fashioned wool. The stuff that feels like wool. And every year in the UK we have an event where people go up to the Shetland Islands, and it's Shetland Wool Week up there, and Jamisons are one of the very, very famous ones from up there. So that was lovely. This is David. We did show this last week. He's completed a jumper, which we found hilarious. We did this, didn't we? Yes, we did do this in the last show. We did those beautiful boots. I think we did the waffle. We did that beautiful card. I think we're back to, did we do that one?
No.
No, we didn't. This is why I have to scroll through. Georgie has posted this Rupert's House free pattern. That must be Osto. That bear must be called Osto. So how beautiful. Jackie Chowgoose, we had a convo about those. We had a convo about those as well. That's Wendy's gold. And if you watch the last one, I thought it was Wendy's wool, a gold thing. So, but it's beautiful.
Because they did bring out.
Huh?
They did bring out a yarn called Gold. Or was that
did they?
Out a yarn called Gold, yeah.
But we do, we do some unusual yarn bases, and we do have camel. And I have to say, my favourite yarn in the world is camel. And we do yak as well, and they just have sheen that you just can't get from anything else. It's beautiful. Did we show that?
Yes.
Oh, yes, we did.
Yes.
And we showed the thimble. I think that's it.
Yes, right.
And if I forgot to show anything, let us know, and we will show it on our next show on Wednesday night. No, on Monday morning.
Denise says that her dad always used to love telling her and her brothers about when Sammy Davis Jr. was filming near them and stayed in the Malverns. He and the other members of the Brat Pack used to stop their car and talk to us there on their way back every day. I don't remember it as she was only 2. My dad was a huge fan. Louise at Deborah, I was going to have a go at singing the frog chorus too. Grace says it's self-striping. The wool is Starcraft batik. You're right, we said that. Grace says it's lovely yarn. She has some in her stash she might use for a blanket. Deborah says the Gansey wool is hard on the eyes and can't do it all night. I'm with you there. I still have my Gansey jumper kit to do, bought by my kids for my birthday, so I'd better get going.
I remember
I'm
that
trawling
one.
through Ravelry at the moment to find a wedding shawl pattern. Had one picked out, but it was too ambitious. I'll have a look through my patterns for you. You never know. I might find something. Brigitte says, I think I stick with knitting the sleeves separately. I'm with you there. That's the cape thing. Louise says there is a picture in the link of this sweater completed. It looks stunning. So it looks as though we might be right. Dawn says there are some nice ones in Lovecraft. So that's the shawls.
Oh.
Dawn again says to you, Angela, going to make something for our niece with the Peruvian wool as she went to Peru and Iceland 2 years ago. She's going to be 18 in April. My granddaughter was 16 2 days ago. Janice says, knit with attitude in Stoke Newington, my local one. We could meet up with Janice for a coffee as well. Have a mini knitting trip.
I think we need, we're going to do that. We're going to do that and have an impromptu knit and natter with everybody who would like to join us over there. That'd be brilliant.
Raise Cane. Louise says we normally go to London every February for my daughter's birthday and keep meaning to go to London Loop. Sadly, not this year.
1 year.
Says, I am sure the Gogglefrog hours are shorter than the normal ones. Thank you for today and have a good weekend. And you too, my love. You look after yourself. Amber says, thank you for a great start to the day. See you on Monday while getting ready for work. I love Jameson's wool. Oh, I'm so glad you can get it there. I'm so glad you can. It's the most beautiful yarn and it knits up lovely. Fiona says, thanks for welcoming. I will try to attend again either Wednesday evening or next Saturday. Homeschooling here all week. In that case, Fiona, put your headphones on and plug yourself in and let the kids run amok. Because that's what children do. Or give them a pair of knitting needles.
And just to let you know, Fiona, Wednesday evening, 8 o'clock, and we do tend to have a gin or two, or or a herbal tea, whatever is your tipple. But Wednesday evening we do.
I'll finish that bottle watch.
Not just on
it down yet.
So it will be lovely to see you again. We're glad that you enjoyed it, and yes, you are welcome anytime, which is lovely. Dawn says, have a good weekend. Weather here ideal. Ideal excuse to hunker down and knit. I absolutely agree. And Deborah says, bye everyone. Thanks, Angela and Marion. Have a lovely weekend all. And I cannot believe it, we're at 11:02. We have gone over time, so sorry, but for the rest of the weekend, peeps, please, Gogglefroggers, knit, enjoy yourself. It's so good for us, and you know what, it's brilliant. It gets rid of a tiny little bit of our stash.
No, I had to buy this special.
Yeah. Oh, what are we
everybody take care. See you Monday morning. Monday.
I'm back on Monday morning, 10 o'clock. I can't remember whether it's Marion or Robert or all three of us, but the one thing that
I don't know. I've got to look at the calendar.
We'll be here at 10. See you then. Have a lovely weekend.
You take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye.